You are listening to Mining Stock Education, where you'll learn from the top leaders in the natural resource sector and uncover quality mining investment opportunities.
In today's episode of Mining Stock Education, you're going to be getting an update from Marcio Fonseca of GR Silver Mining. Website is grsilvermining.com, and the ticker symbol in Toronto is GRSL. And for United States investors, you can buy on the OTC under GRSLF. Marcio, welcome back onto the program. Since we last spoke, there were two press releases. Let's go over your first press release from November 23rd. This one delineates some new mineralization. Tell us the story of how you found this mineralization and what's the significance, please.
Sure, thank you. This news release is about the San Juan Area project, where we have a 43-101 resource with 39 million ounces indicated and inferred. But most of the drill holes were shallow, and they didn't really went through the whole footwall. As we completed an underground development, we were forced to build a road on the side of the resource, means outside of the resource area, on the footwall. When we were excavating the road and cutting the rocks, we came across a lot of sulfide, disseminated sulfide, in an area that we thought would be waste. So today we believe that we might have some mineralization there and open up a potential for more drilling and continue to increase resource at San Juan Area.
So would this be an example of the saying, luck favors the diligent, for you just discovering it as you're building the road?
Can be like that, yeah. For sure.
And will this lead into a geological reinterpretation of what you already model here, or is this just an expansion? Talk more about what this means for the model.
It's likely to lead into an additional model on top of the existing model on the resource area, because just to recap, the resource model area is a breccia on the edge of two volcanic rocks. And these results that we got in this news release are related just to the footwall rock, probably, I would say, 50 meters away from where the resource is daylighting on surface. So it shows that the system has potential to generate more ounces. That's the importance.
And you also the previous producer would mine base metals. Did this lead you more into an interpretation that you could find predominantly more silver mineralization here in this system?
Yeah, this San Juan Area project has been more silver. We had some discoveries of gold as well with our drill holes. We had a drill hole in the past that was 1 meter, 200 grams per ton gold. And this project was sold to us as a lead zinc property. And today we believe that can be much more silver and potentially gold.
Okay. So your next press release was December 7th, and this one dealt with bulk sample processing from the San Juan area. What did you do here, and what's the significance for the project?
So Bill, we took the opportunity to, while we were excavating a tunnel, continue the excavation to do underground development to expand a tunnel at the San Juan vein, to extract 2,700 tons of mineralization in a polymetallic breccia of silver and gold. And we realized that why not take this bulk sample and ship that to the plant nearby, which is a plant that's owned by a third-party company. It's a Mexican family. They are not operating. The crusher, mill, and flotation cells are there, but not operating. So we entered into an agreement. So we process the material there and pay them. And we are able to now to understand that although we have a polymetallic breccia, means there's lead and zinc, we can achieve a high-grade concentrate, silver concentrate, just using flotation, because the average grade of the material that we were mining ranged from 200 to 250. But we are able to have high recoveries and achieve a concentrate, 27 tons, with 15 kilos per ton of silver.
So for non-technically trained retail investors that are listening, this means higher grade silver at lower cost. Would that be a good interpretation?
Yes, and it's a way to, at low cost, get data and move the project more into a development stage. This was one of the 6 veins. We still have the other 5, and we can replicate the same process to learn more and more about the ore. We don't need to ship 2,700 tons to Canada. We can do the whole work in Mexico.
Excellent, lower cost. So, and can you incorporate this initial met work into an upcoming PEA?
I think this is going to be two steps. The first step is when you do the 43-101 for when we finish the 43-101 for Plomosas. That's the Plomosas Silver project that has San Juan and Plomosas mine area. We need to have some assumptions about recoveries to define what's a resource as per 43-101 guidelines. So by that time, we have already some test work done in the San Juan that we can use that. But as continue the work, as I said, we will continue to do the same work, bulk sample. We are likely to get more data. And this altogether, we are working for an external metallurgical engineer reviewing this data. We are going to incorporate that in a combined PEA altogether, all two projects.
And when is the PA? Just remind us, when would the hopes for that
it's
be?
more likely end of the year, beginning of the 2022.
Okay.
I think more important for general investors to understand that we are the first company to do a 43-101 resource in the Plomosas. With all the drill holes that we are doing, we want to define a large inventory of ounces. It was a lead and zinc underground mine, but now we believe it's a silver gold project. So the idea is to increase the inventory of ounces and do a combined PEA. The project San Marcial, that we have the 39 and you can expand, plus the Plomosas Silver project, and consolidate and show that this is a district, a silver gold district.
Towards the increasing of those ounces, how is the current drill campaign going?
That is going really well because we have 5 drill rigs at Plomosas, 1 on the ground and 4 on the surface, 2 at the Plomosas mine area and 2 at San Juan. We are drilling shallow holes, 150 to 200 meters long, a couple of long holes, 500, expanding more the knowledge of the mineralization along the strike and checking some extensions of the zone that we discovered at the bottom of the Plomosas mine. So it's all about expansion. And so far, the rocks are looking very good, and most of the labs in Mexico are overloaded with samples, so that's why there's a lot of delay. But we are starting to get more and more samples and more results now.
And this is diamond drilling, is that correct?
Yes, it's for diamond drilling and all QA/QC in place.
Okay, and what is the cost per meter down in Mexico for you to drill?
On average, you can be around 120 US, all included, okay? Might be a bit lower because sometimes you have a shallow hole that can be more effective. And we have we can use local workers as well that can reduce the cost for the drilling company. So we have 2 drilling companies working on site now, 1 on surface and 1 underground.
So just to recap for upcoming catalysts, drill results January, February, and hopefully a resource March. Would that be correct?
You might have some drill results before Christmas. Then you have the Christmas break. Early January, you have a couple of news releases. You might have some more metallurgical test work coming by end of January, mid-February. And the big one for sure that might be Q1 next year is the resource estimation 43-101 for the Plomosas.
And remind us again, the Treasury, you're fully funded for next year, right?
Yes, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And warrant money, has any of that, last time you mentioned that there's a lot of warrants in the money, has any of that come in?
Some of all the warrants that were in the money and due now in December, they were exercised. So, and you've seen some other options, people that had options and exercise as well, because most of them were averaging 30 cents and the stock today is 65.
Okay. And Marcio, before you go, anything else investors should know for Q1 next year that we should be looking for?
Yeah, the company has been very diligent to operate at low cost from day one, and all the acquisitions were at low cost. The company has no debt, no big payments that would jeopardize the business, and we are very advanced in discussions about the acquisition of the Trinidad concession as well between the San Marcial and Plomosas.
All right, GR Silver Mining. To learn more, go to grsilvermining.com. And again, in Toronto, the ticker is GRSL, or in the States, you can buy it under GRSLF. Marcio, thanks for coming on with this update.
Thank you for having me again. Thank you.